What if All for One had Overhaul's quirk to repair his body instead of Ares? Are the heroes cooked? Short answer, unbelievably so. Long answer, allow me to explain. Because with Overhaul's quirk, he can deconstruct and reconstruct matter with a mere graze of his finger. He doesn't even have to be like season 1 or 2 Shigaraki where he needed all 5 fingers. He could literally graze you with his pinky and pop you like a grape. And when you factor in how fast he is, there is very few characters who could even match his speed when he's at his peak form. Not to mention, it's also going to not have the downside of every time he takes significant damage, he de-ages, which means that you can't just pile on damage and make him cease to exist. He could just keep repairing himself. And when you factor in all of his other quirks that can extend the power, range, or just overall make the Overhaul quirk somehow more dangerous than it already is, no one's going to be a problem with him. Anyone he doesn't want the quirk of, he could just blitz them and just turn them into a red mist, and anyone who he wants to have absorbed, he could just immediately disarm them, probably even literally, so that they can't fight back, and then just yoink their quirk for himself. As one of the replies to this said, he could take something like Tokuyami's Dark Shadow, he could take Hellflame. He's going to be such a problem, nobody is going to be able to stop him. I doubt even Midoriya, even if he wasn't going to be dealing with Shigaraki, he would be such a problem. And poor All Might in this situation, because with his Iron All Might form, he's going to be able to do the same kind of damage because with Overhaul's quirk, he's not really going to get much of a stat boost unless he takes the other people's quirks I mentioned earlier. So, any and all damage that would have originally been piled on would still be piled on, but without the downside of de-aging All for One. Meaning, the moment All for One wins, All Might's doomed, because with Overhaul's quirk, he doesn't need to slowly pull All Might apart. He can literally, the moment he feels like someone's going to try and stop him, just boom, he's gone. No one is fast enough to stop All for One from taking down All Might in this situation. Because the instant he gets his hands on All Might, he dies. He would turn All Might into a red mist in front of everyone before they even had a chance to stop him. And then he'd get all the other powers from all the other heroes that I mentioned that he does want to add on to himself. Regular All for One would have already been a problem. But now, he's going to be so unstoppable that you have him and Shigaraki, who only need to graze you once to win. The two of them would coexist at this point, at least until All for One feels the need to, stop him, but if he keeps his body, I don't know what his plan for Shigaraki would be afterwards. But no one in the world would stop them now, because both Shigaraki and All for One would now have a power where it doesn't matter what your stats are. All they need to do is touch you or the surroundings, and if you are on that area, you're doomed as well.